Ooh, nice lippy kitty. Where'd you get it from?
This is Trixie's Medell lipstick, which I think... Oh no, this is Stacey's mom. What do you... You've got Medell, don't you? Medell,
No, Eden. Eden, merch mother, baby. Ooh. For all your drag race needs.
I just prefer it because it comes faster.
Who doesn't like something that comes fast?
Hi!
I'm Kitty.
And I'm Diab.
And welcome to
My Best Friend's Gay.
With Kitty.
And the cunt. Aww.
So,
How are you feeling?
fucking hell.
This past episode reminded me why I stopped watching Drag Race. What le fuck? But before we get to that, I must say, because we are honest and spill all the tea, we aren't censored, so we don't get shown up in your search notifications. So make sure you like,
Subscribe
share with your friends,
and leave a comment.
turn on notifications as well.
Yes, please.
Both of us took many notes. Last week, we both did a page and a half.
This week I was like...
Essays.
I watched it in bed last night and my husband was like, are you writing? Is this an essay? I'm like, honey, trust and believe. Trust and believe.
Where do we start?
Yeah.
I cannot believe that both of us were just like silent, just in like. It's very rare
I
that
had
you
to
get us like
resist the temptation to message him incessantly so that we could save. We have not discussed this episode until right now on purpose.
We like
so
it
you
to
can
be
get
fresh.
all the juice nice and fresh.
Or on the water as well with that
yeah.
pissed off.
We're so pissed, we're sober.
Shall I start then?
Yeah, I just want to know, like, I want to know. I want to know! You never held back this long. Go.
I'm really over the fact that they are not even trying to hide the fact that it's scripted now.
Yeah.
It is so
I was
aggressively
like,
edited.
This is so bad.
What I'm really getting annoyed with, so just say last season, they're like, you would have won the Maxi Challenge if you'd done this.
Yeah.
Someone does it this season, like, this is the reason why you're in the bottom.
Are you talking about Elektra?
I'm not going to comment till we get to the end, but let's just say that whatever is powering our lights is the one that I'm referring to. Electricity. Oh, she's smart. She's a scientist.
Okay, Dad.
Firstly, I'm not the one here that's overpopulating the world. From our...
The note? That was not a thing.
She's gone now, so I'm going to fucking comment my tits off. I believe that Etc. and Coco planted the note.
I don't. I believe that the fucking production
Wait,
planted
when
the note
has
and told them, here's a note. Everyone, let's pretend like someone left a note.
No. When has Etc. ever needed to borrow anything?
Just hold a minute. As if Etc. would need anything from Coco.
I love the way that Coco and
Never.
Etc. are best friends, yet Coco is running Etc. into the ground.
Completely. In those confessionals, Coco's like, Etc. thinks she's fucking deadly, and I'm just like, woo, okay.
Firstly, she's not Aboriginal, she's She's deadly in a different way.
No, but Coco was just like, I've seen her productions in Sydney, and they're all shit.
My form of self-cutting is reading comments. I don't know what it is. Whenever I want to harm myself, I read other people's bullshit. And everyone's like, Coco got the villain edit. No, bitch. You fucking said it consistently.
Yeah.
You think someone else has a villain edit. I think that person is just a cunt as well. Not in the way that we are.
We're cunts.
Oh, don't cancel us, but we're just a little bit fishy on the nose. Cunts. C-U-N-C-E. I have another point that I would like to raise.
Go for it, honey.
Scarlett, being a slut is not a fucking personality trait. You brag about getting so much dick, you think you would have caught a fucking original personality or something original about you. Constant copying is the ultimate cliche. Whilst I had belief that there might have been some talent, I just see it as mirrored. Getting fucked hard in the arsehole like a pig-bottomed, bareback bottom, raw dog bottom bitch.
That is the most beautiful thing.
Poetry.
Is poetry.
Today, we're pineapples.
I was going for a bit of a pine cocoa mix. Ooh, that was unintentional.
Everyone congratulates Coco for kicking off art. I think Coco still is bamboozled.
I respectfully disagree.
In the confessional, no. She's like, I went to a party and someone's wife said to me,
never be as good as
"You'll never be
Coco."
good," and she was right. I just kicked Art Simone off Drag Race. I'm like, honey, did you think that you did that? That it was you? You're a pawn, because now we know this season is the most scripted season of Drag Race in the history of the franchise.
Mentioning art once, fine. Twice, you're pushing it. She mentioned her constantly, which is also why I believe...
I mean, look, if I kicked Art Simone off of Drag Race, I'd have a bit of a head about myself.
But you'd also know how to be tactful about it.
Delusion.
I don't want to talk about it.
You have to because it's a fucking review show.
Etc. basically says, let's hope this week Coco and Elektra have to lip sync against each other so one of them can go home.
The minute I heard that, I wrote, I bet... Well, I knew Coco was in the bottom already. But I bet that...
Why'd you know that?
Because like you, Certain drag queens don't respect their non-disclosure agreements.
We knew Coco was going home.
But it actually wasn't one of my friends who told me.
It wasn't anyone on the show who told me. I don't know who informed the person who informed me.
She's on the other side of town, apparently.
I was talking to Kira on Saturday,
Oh.
and she was
Do you
like,
know how in love I am with her after watching this episode?
I'm...
No, but like,
obsessed.
like every week I'm like, oh my god.
Do you know what I edited out last week? Kitty was like, I just can't with this Kidda obsession. And now look at her, it comes running.
No, I'm just saying. I really like her.
We are ride or die.
I really like her, and I hope
off the
she
uterus.
I don't like the way Coco handled it. She said "soz bitch" to her.
Look at the way even this episode ended. The winner hugged the loser.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
It's class. And you know what? Even if you mentioned last week, like maybe they had some beef for me, the camera's rolling. Fucking act your tits off.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
act
for
like
sure.
a queen. Mini challenge.
Yes.
Is a Bondi Beach come Baywatch challenge for our...
Slow-mo beach rescue. Quick
drag
drag is
face.
amazing. So you're either getting people who you're like, wow, you are so talented, you can put on a half decent face in this time, or the other people who are like, there's no fucking chance I can do this. I'm going to look like a train wreck on purpose.
This is what I like about
You like people
seasoned
getting
queens.
ugly.
Because you need to show versatility and more of a range of yourself.
Yeah.
You can't take yourself too seriously. Etc. gets into the challenge. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. The bitch looked amazing,
Oh my God, that waist was like
and I thought the balloon tits were actually funny.
very funny.
But then the fucking lollipop. Stop trying so
Well,
hard.
what was with the fluffy head rag? What was that meant to be?
Bad toupee is what it fucking was.
Karen, Kidda, and Elektra, disgusting. They all looked absolutely hideous. And it was
Karen?
hysterical.
Looked like Mimi on first. Elektra, again, playing stupid, and Ru lapped it up. We said it last week, but that's what you need to do. If you want to win a challenge,
Yeah.
act like a fucking fool.
And Scarlett, she came out with like, it was like Tara Reid when she had her tits done and then she was still numb. She had like one tit hanging out. And then Ru's like, run. And she's like, woo! And like the whole breastplate just fell out. I thought it was brilliant.
I thought it was desperate. I honestly thought, I was like, again,
No, it was funny.
You and
because
your-
she's not afraid to look like a dickhead.
no, for me, it was the opposite. You are a one-trick pony. Girl, power to you. Live your best slut life. Use protection, be safe. But she is a one-note, all I am is sex. There is no substance to it. I find it very boring. If Maxi had done it, I would have loved it. I would like to welcome back Maxi's breasts because they were
back!
sorely missed. Elektra and Scarlett win the challenge.
Yeah.
They choose teams. I loved how Elektra did not choose her bosses first or one at all because she didn't want Anita, which I think was a poor choice because Anita
Yeah.
is fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Immediately, Scarlett and etc. butting heads.
I thought Etc. was very smart. I thought she was smart in saying that it should be simple and effective choreography. And Scarlett was like, but I want to shine. No, bitch, you shine when your team shines.
Etc. telling Scarlett to enunciate more when they were recording. Just sit in your lane.
A lot of it's been edited out, but we have touched on the fact that there is a certain queen of the competition who is fueled by an aggressive ego.
Yeah.
And it really came out during her inability to follow a leader.
Yeah.
And I found it disruptive and
Disruptive.
destructive.
Coco was struggling to write lyrics.
When you go onto Drag Race, you know there's going to be a singing challenge. And you know that you have to sing about yourself.
Have something pre-written.
Prepared, but also, the girl said they'd help her. Clearly they didn't. Sometimes you need to say to your teammate, baby, you're not a singer.
Auto-tune cannot help you.
RuPaul has spent all of her money on her auto-tune budget, so she's not gonna help you, bitch.
Listen, I am not a huge Elektra fan. We know this, but she made really good decisions. Everyone was happy and comfortable. She used her strengths in a not overpowering and showy way, and she got red for something she didn't do.
But also, in
my
past
opinion.
seasons, they've told dancers, this is your time to stand out.
Yeah.
And no one said that one girl couldn't stand out above the rest. If
Yeah.
you look at any girl group, there is a lead singer.
They're just looking to drag her.
They are. That's why it's becoming so ridiculously obvious.
Can we talk about Michelle's face?
Which part?
When they were recording, her makeup was fucking stunning.
I couldn't get past the new cheek filler.
I don't care.
I'm not saying in a shady way, but that's all I could see.
Oh, girl.
She looked beautiful.
Maxi could not keep in
Oh.
time at all.
I'm surprised how a drag queen with over 20 years experience
Has no
cannot
rhythm.
follow music at all. She's just so white, and I'm here for it. We get to the rehearsals.
Yes.
Team 1.
Outback fake hose.
Take on the Outback Steakhouse. Ha 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 ha. Witty. Leave the comedy to other queens. 3.5 Men, however.
Very
brilliant.
funny.
Brilliant.
In rehearsals, we have the
Teamwork.
Outback fake ho not doing great. They're butting heads constantly. You have Etc. and Scarlett just micromanaging.
I get it, you want to have a say, but ultimately when you're in a competition as well, maybe shut your trap, because if you go down, who's going to be going down first? It's the leader. Also, self-admitted slut, she goes down all the time. Let her go down by herself, etc.
It was
Khalas.
crazy. I was just like...
Skitty, khalas. What I did find funny is Scarlett tried to raid the other team for having no lyrics or choreography, yet their team struggled getting through choreography, and some of their contestants, team members, whatever, didn't have lyrics. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Kidda has hair! The hairline goes to here!
Oh, honey.
Devastated! I wanted it to be the back of her neck. Karen, when she was talking about the confessional and talking about the fact that Elektra has lost everything, and she said, all you need is heart, soul, and fire in this competition. Wrong. You need a lot of money. And that is another thing that is really making me lose the magic for this show. I liked it more when it was the finale and they come up with this amazing look.
Yes.
But when every week is a...
Exactly.
It's
just
a bit much.
A little bit more normal drag for the actual competition, and then this elevated gown for the finale. I agree.
I really liked that the more experienced girls really showed genuine care and support when someone was having a moment, which the younger girls
I totally agree.
haven't reflected at all. You could really hear, see and feel Maxi and Karen going on the journey and supporting Elektra, and I thought that was really beautiful, because ultimately we are a very small community and we really do need to support each other.
Agreed.
So we get to the main challenge.
Yes. What did you think about, okay, who was the first team out? It was the Outback
Sluts
hoe
or
bags.
whatever,
Yep.
yeah.
You mean
Just realised even the name of their group is one note. I thought the costuming was a mess.
completely incohesive.
They did not work together, and it really reflected in their costuming, their choreography, and their lyrics. It wasn't enough of a difference for them to be personalities.
All four of them were telling a completely different story. So I think the one for me who was wearing the most random thing was Etc. That grey grandma flat wig. What the fuck? The challenge is girl group.
So if we go down the line, there is showgirl, wannabe white rapper, grandma's pussy, and another showgirl. Even the colours didn't work together. I don't get why Scarlett won. Hers was so slow and just clunky. Interesting part, Scarlett in her lyrics was all about solidarity. Anita's was too fast. I get it, like take your Ritalin and slow down. Etc's. This is where it becomes very muddled, because in this challenge you should be presenting your character. Every drag queen is presenting a character. Etc's was a muddle between her family, her personal identity, and like a hint of character.
What is Etc's character in your
The
opinion?
glamour bug, apparently.
When I think of Etc., I think of a very high glam, vintage, 50s. That's what I think of. And she's not done it once. I'm disappointed because I feel like my rose-coloured glasses have come off. I think Anita looked terrible.
The reason why I liked Anita's look is it's just classic campy drag queen. It's what I expect to see a 70-year-old who hasn't left the game wearing, and I was here for it.
Scarlett looked good.
Elektra was red for not working with the team when it was clear that Scarlett had no part of her team. It was Scarlett and her cronies.
I liked their, you know, like the chorus where they come together and they do the same. I liked that in this team better than the other one.
3.5 men. I love that there was 2 and 2, and then they split down the middle and they had the 2 girls in black and the 2 girls in colour.
They worked better as a team. Everyone shone in their own little raps. The look, I get where the feedback was coming from, that she was like overperforming, because each time they came together as a foursome, it was kind of like the 3 girls at the back doing their step click, and then Elektra in the front doing some kind of shablam.
I can guarantee you, if she didn't do it, they would have said, you should
I'm
have done it.
not saying, I'm just saying there's maybe a justification, maybe. I think Keita crushed it. I loved her face, her expressions. She just did such a good job. That's how you shine in a group without outshining anyone else.
You know what I took from this episode, watching the groups together? Keita, star power. Anita, star power. Elektra, fucking mess, star power. Your eye goes to them. They have that star quality.
What are you feeding the kids at Kalutzi?
I-
How good was Maxie's like bra with the titties out, suspender?
I
loved it.
I loved that she played into her big girl busty
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the ground.
yeah.
When they said she didn't get up, I thought it was brilliant that she stayed on the ground. I thought it was so funny.
I would have agreed with you if she did something down there. She kind of looked like a fish out of water, just kind of
That's what I loved
flapping
about it
around.
though. I loved that it was clunky because the whole group was so polished. For me, it was just that bit of humour that I expect from Maxi.
She should have like turned around and tried to get up really
Like a man.
with her ass up. That would have been funny.
Elektra, enough with the splits though.
Oh my god, just too many. Just do one at the end of the show.
I loved if she did the splits as Maxi was rolling around like a beached whale. I just love Maxi in all
She
of her
just
glory.
looked dead on the floor. Karen looked so pretty, I just wanted to kiss her.
Karen looks like such a boy out of drag.
Yeah.
But then she's talking and those fucking blue nails
I
that
know.
pop up. It was so funny. I loved
Damn.
it. This team had ebbs and flows.
Peaks and troughs.
Kitty knows all about a trough.
That was a girl group to me. What do you think about the judging decision to judge them individually and not as teams?
I don't think that was right.
I don't think so either.
The bit about this show, which I think is a bit ridiculous, they expect you to be a triple threat and not everyone is a triple threat.
No.
Your job, primarily as a drag queen, is to lip sync other people's songs. I loved that she's back to being on character. This is what I would have gotten Karen in her early 20s trying to make it in a girl group, performing at like the Geelong local. I was all about it.
Local.
All about it. So then we get to the runway, which was Bogan Prom.
Prom. Realness. Great choice.
Great theme.
Yeah, great runway. Like great. That's a good one.
Would
Let's
have liked
talk
to have
about
seen someone do it.
what the fuck. That is Bogan. I know this girl personally, but that's not a prom outfit.
It's a 16-year-old leaving the abortion clinic.
It's not prom.
I thought it looked really cheap. And not haha cheap.
She put it on merch. Is she insane?
She looks like she's going to the corner store to get a packet of Marlboros.
Yeah, can't afford Marlboros. Bye.
Fuck off.
I actually got a massive fucking boner for when Elektra read Etc. to Filth. There was...
Oh, in the confessional. She went off. She was like, fuck that little kid. She can go fuck herself. I was like, woo!
Coco Jumbo.
80s slut.
I loved the dirty knees. Thought that was hysterical.
I liked when she was lip syncing, she was losing twigs. It's not Bogan.
That's
That dress?
slutty. You're to put branches and stuff in your hair. You're saying that you're a hoe. That's not what Bogan means.
There's nothing much you can say about it. It's a dress that's not on theme.
The fucking knees sent me.
But that's not Bogan, that's slutty.
I know, but it was a really funny touch.
It was, but it's not on theme.
Yeah, no.
Anita Wiglet. Brittany and Justin at the Grammys.
I didn't get it.
Leave the cigarette jewelry to Katya.
I just didn't understand denim from the tits down and then like a white top.
I kind of got Rich Bogan, but I also got Librarian with a nicotine addiction.
Does that read Bogan or prom, honestly?
I do get the Bogan reference, but like Rich Bogan. Getting her little designer outfit and living her life.
She got Versace Couture jeans. No, what's the denim one?
From DFO.
Versace jeans from DFO and Homeboy.
She got the sample that never went into production.
Yeah, where like it's like a misaligned stitch.
There we go.
I don't know. That's not a prom dress.
Her face and her characterization on the runway, though, was hilarious.
As usual.
Scarlet.
When this came out, I think I screamed. She's a fucking goon sack. Denim thong, heels.
The shoes
Oh,
were genius.
cigarette necklace. I love it. She came out, she's like, these are menthols. They cost me a lot of money and I'm going to smoke every last one of them.
I thought it was very poorly executed.
What?
The idea, I think, was great.
She had a handbag that was an actual goon sack that poured actual goon and then she drank it.
That and the thongs were probably the best part of this outfit for me. When you looked at the tap for the goon sack and everything, I just thought it was really badly done. You could see it was made of duct tape. I wanted to like it. The idea was hilarious.
I loved her hair. That was brilliant.
From the neck up was great.
I loved even how she was walking. She's like, hello, I'm here, whoop. I'm stunning, you can't tell me shit.
I thought it was poorly executed, so fuck off.
Oh my God, I fucking loved it. Still wanna hate you forever, you racist
Well,
dog.
it's funny you say that because I just find when she's not imitating another race, her quality levels just slip. And then we have Elektra.
Here she comes.
The fact that she is Pearl helped her in this one. To me, she actually looked like a fucking Bogan going to prom.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. The judges didn't see it.
I don't understand. They literally said that's not Bogan. I was like,
That's...
pardon?
This was a 16-year-old getting drunk on UDLs before she gets the bus to go to her prom.
She looked scary. Like I would be scared of her and she may give me hepatitis.
May.
How
One of
the
the
fuck
best
does
ones.
she end up in the bottom?
Scripting.
I let her fucking have it last week because she deserved to have it last week. But she's done an amazing job this week.
Kitty gave it
Challenge,
to her last week.
fucking I didn't even...
I went in dry.
I was angry for like 2 hours after we filmed.
Look, as someone that had to spend time with her, you done did that, Elektra. Why didn't they all go to Vinny's and get a fucking old prom dress?
And why do they call it prom? It's Australia. It's a formal.
Love that for you. Next, we have Ketamine.
Ketamine! Performatively, she did an amazing job.
I
The
liked it.
walking,
She was
the
top
personality.
lesbian for once. I loved
Yeah.
it. As her girlfriends, we both know she is not a top lesbian.
Her face looked incredible. That's not bogan.
She was talking to me this week and she was like, she felt like she looked like a busted mess because they had to rush their faces. And I'm like, Kitty and I
Her
have
face
said,
was immaculate.
every time we have said, Kidda's face is absolute perfection.
Immaculate. To be a friend. That's not bogan though. It just looked like punk rocker. You're not the one, babe. Sorry.
This one hurt my feelings. When I have to block Kidda, I have to live up to my word.
Which is what?
That if she did something I didn't like,
You just
I would
block
block her.
Yeah, we don't like this.
It's roller derby. You're a roller derby bitch.
Yeah.
You're a lesbian roller derby girl.
Yeah, that's dykes on bikes at the beginning of Mardi Gras. The ones that make me cry.
You're that weird rockabilly dyke that's not quite rockabilly, but you got your own shit going and everyone's scared of you.
Yes.
Not prom, baby.
It's not prom.
Ketamine, you have a sense of humour. You should have been the one to go pregnant. Pregnant teenager.
Oh my God!
Yes.
They could have just been in a beautiful prom dress but pregnant.
Yes.
And that's bogan.
Yes.
Stupid.
I would have loved if one of the girls, pregnant, had a long dress and then picked up a dress to move and had slides on.
Amazing.
Bogan.
That's a bogan.
But Kidda, this is roller derby. No.
Or like stoned Havianas.
Yes.
Bogan.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. That was terrible. But your face is stunning.
But I will say, it's actually a great costume, not for the challenge.
It doesn't work. You're not the one, sis. Sorry.
Then we get to
Miss
Maxine
Maxi Shield.
Bitch, next time I see you, I'm going to shank you for that jacket. I fucking want to.
I know. I saw that outfit and I was like, that's very Diab.
Because of her age, I could actually see like someone's
This is prom chaperone. Super bogan.
also
very
tuck shop
Queensland.
lady. Tuck shop lady as she's
shop lady.
smoking a ciggy and making your ham and cheese
Yes!
sandwiches.
With a hairnet. It looked amazing. I loved it. I loved the hair. I loved her makeup. The fanny pack was hysterical. The like reflective, her ass looked like a disco ball.
Judges, finally a critique I can agree with. You see her and you smile.
She just came out like, wee, having so much fun. And you can't fake that.
Alcoholic realness. I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. You know what, bitch? Love
I
it
love
for
that
you.
for you.
Love it. You can tell that Elektra might be her rebellious daughter. They're bogans.
They're themed.
They live in the same housing commission, which is, for those of you who don't understand it, government housing.
Government funded housing. Government subsidised.
Nothing to be ashamed of, but
Housing. No.
there are some places where
You will see this in the
you
flesh.
will get murdered, and they live there. Karen from Fine Ass.
Oh my God.
This is Karen at 16.
Yep.
And I loved it. Did she win? Who knows? But she took her own fucking crown.
I love that she was chewing gum. She was like strutting like no one could tell her shit.
She looks like a teenager.
A teenager.
Her face.
The only thing that I have to say is like maybe she kind of looked like she was in a clown suit. Yeah.
Maybe it is.
She's definitely a bogan though. I'll give her
Because
that.
I could see Karen before she went to TAFE and got her
Certificate 4.
Certificate 4 in office management. And you know, she's not an accountant. We know this. She has a
know.
calculator and she fucked the boss to get the job. I got Karen. And
Yep.
so for that, and I got Bogan
Look,
Karen.
no, for sure. It's definitely not enough for me to
Hate it.
So the judges make their decision and send etc. and Karen off to chill out because they are safe again. Do you agree?
No. My two bottoms, honestly, were Scarlett and etc. I thought their performances were really weak. Etc., I'm sorry, from her performance and her costume to the runway was very low standard.
Etc. being safe, I think, was not great. What she did was poor.
Scarlett won a prosthetic piece after she blew out her one on the first episode. That
I
was
thought that
hilarious.
exactly. Someone wants to replace that for her, obviously. Maybe Maxi and Coco would have been my choices for the bottom.
This is what I took from this judging. After seeing a certain performance in last season's American finale, who is RuPaul to judge anyone's performance?
Sis. Ready? This is RuPaul.
This move. Go either loosen your corset or just don't.
So bad.
What about the workroom? Anything happen in there?
Etc. was basically bragging about how good their team was and how amazingly they did, and was pretty much kicking Elektra while she was down, saying that Elektra was overperformative and all this other shit. And I was just like, it's not necessary. Ru said that Scarlett had won the challenge. Everyone claps. Maxi clapped like this. The bottom two are announced. Did you see the face that Coco pulled when Maxi was announced safe? She was like,
yes, and they cut back
remember?
to no, because I went back. I watched it.
I was like,
no, I watched it like 12 times to see
bitch.
what she mouthed. She said something.
Did she?
She did, and they cut. So you got the beginning and the end of it. I don't know what she said.
You do know there are 8 cameras on you right now.
And then we get to the lip sync. This is where ego versus a true professional comes into play. You can tell that Coco was fueled by her ego. Because of that, made absolutely no connection with the audience. Elektra connected with the audience and was hilarious and made you feel in on it with her and you were cheering her on.
Elektra did too many jump splits, shablam, pussy on the ground, to the point where I feel like it disrupts your performance, because how can you possibly be lip syncing to a group of people if you're spending half of the time
Doing
spinning
acrobatics.
and slamming your ass into the floor? 1 or 2 for emphasis at certain parts of the song if the song allows for it. One of you is an acrobatic and the other one got stuck in a bush and is still trying to claw her way out. Coco was continuously looking over at her.
Well, this is the thing. Coco has been so focused on negativity and, you know, beating art and this and that. You need to be in there to win your competition, not focusing on other people.
Didn't like the performance just in general. It's a great song. Elektra, like, she is a dancer. Where were your disco moves, bitch?
For me, it showed the difference between a professional and a brat. These comments that people saying it's just a bad edit, no bitch, you fucking said all that nasty shit. You got cameras on, you know what you're saying.
She comes off, gets eliminated, they hug it out, which is nice. She
Doesn't
goes
know
off
her
the
name.
stage.
Doesn't know her name.
Know her fucking name.
That was absolutely pathetic. I can't.
Alexis. She called her Alexis. I was like,
It just shows...
what the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
It's a complete lack of tact or respect. Be humble, because this ride you're on is going to last 2 fucking months. I can't. It really bothered me when she didn't know her name.
Here we go.
No, learn someone's fucking name. You've been together for a week.
It's you today. Last week it was me.
No, learn someone's fucking name. It's unacceptable. It's absolutely unacceptable.
It's disrespectful.
It's
completely
and I'm
agree.
sorry, the bitch is a stronger performer than you, and she's been in the bottom twice.
And just the fact that she laughed it off, like, well, fucking maybe now I'll remember your name.
oh no,
I'm
but then
like,
she emphasized it with like, I know Keita, I know Anita, Alexis. This is not an edit. You have shown a very ugly side of you, and it's a shame because, bitch, I wanted you in the top 3, but after seeing this in person and on the show, get the fuck off my screen.
it's you this week.
That
Was literally me last week. I was like, and you were just like,
But it really has... My rose-tinted glasses are off.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because when you hold someone to such a high standard,
Yep.
without these other queens, you don't have shows. You need a lineup of people to perform with. Sure, be the best in a group, but it's an ensemble. Everyone has their place for a reason. Be humble, grow the fuck up. Ugh. Cancel Dia.
Final thoughts? Toodaloo, motherfucker.
No, actually no. No, despite my little hormonal outburst, because
Prolapse.
my cunt is bleeding, as you can see.
It's called a uterine prolapse.
Do you know what I did take away from this? I watched the episode. I was angry that the scripting was so obvious, but I was genuinely sad for... There's obviously some demons she's fighting, and
I think it's an insecurity.
it was sad to see her reduced to this. Regardless of how she's treated me, I was sad because you don't ever want to see someone who's struggling, and to me that's what came across. Then we see the preview for next week. Someone's coming out of a box.
Wonder who that's going to be.
I'm going to hedge an artistic guess and say that it's a queen that probably should be on the show.
I've been Kitty. Good night.
Unless you're watching it during the day, then
Good
good
morning.
morning. Yeah. Have a nice lunch. Always wipe front to back.
Never go from...
Asshole to pussy.
That's the one.
Although, when you do, and female excretions come out with a slightly caramel tone, it's called truffle butter, coined by Nicki Minaj.
I know what truffle butter is. I just didn't think that this would be happening today.
You're the one who said, from the butthole into the pooswa.
I'm every woman. It's all in me.
Well, no, it's all in Scarlet, apparently, because it's her only character trait.